This is Housing News 360. The headlines: National Assembly increases housing budget by 50 billion naira. Sokoto State Government sues Yusuf Gaddi over road project. Lagos unveils 20-year development plan for Ibeju-Lekki. From the foreign scene, police raise concerns over 30-bed housing development in South Bank, UK. The federal government has called on waterfront property owners to regularize their ownership documentation in line with legal provisions. Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Shuaib Balgore, emphasized that this aligns with the Supreme Court's January 2024 judgment, which vets the authority over waterfronts, shorelines, and waterway setbacks with the federal government. Balgore highlighted the ministry's engagement with stakeholders, particularly in Lagos State, to ensure compliance with property documentation, permits, and statutory charges as outlined in the 1999 Constitution. He clarified that the Federal Ministry of Housing, the Nigerian Inland Waterways Authority (NIWA), and the Lagos State Government have distinct but collaborative roles in managing waterfront properties. Addressing recent notices from the Lagos State Building Control Agency (LASBCA) to Banana Island residents, Balgore reiterated that waterfront properties, including those in Banana Island, Osborne Phase 1 and 2, and Lekki Waterfront, fall under the federal government's jurisdiction. Property owners, dredgers, and boat operators are advised to process their documents with the Federal Ministry of Housing, NIWA, and LASBCA where applicable to avoid disruptions in their operations. The National Assembly has raised the federal government housing budget by an additional 50 billion naira following interventions from its committees. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, announced the increase during the ministry's 2025 sector retreat in Lagos, emphasizing the impact on affordable housing and job creation. Dangiwa expressed gratitude to lawmakers for supporting the ministry's effort, noting that the extra funds will help offset liabilities and empower businesses. However, he highlighted the ministry's request for an additional 360 billion naira to expand the Renewed Hope estates in 18 more states and increase urban renewal projects across 100 sites. Dangiwa stressed the need for Nigeria to build at least 500,000 housing units annually to reduce the deficit, adding that the government is committed to increasing the supply of affordable housing, implementing land reforms, and unlocking the real estate sector's potential to contribute to economic growth and GDP expansion. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Aminu Tambuwal, has urged stakeholders to adopt innovative strategies to address Nigeria's housing deficit, expand private sector participation, and enhance institutional frameworks in the housing sector. Speaking at the housing sector retreat themed Actualizing the Renewed Hope Agenda for Housing and Urban Development, examining strategies, identifying opportunities to boost scale and impact in Lagos, Tambuwal emphasized the importance of overcoming challenges to improve service delivery. He assured that the National Assembly will continue collaborating with the ministry, its agencies, and stakeholders to align housing initiatives with the federal government's Renewed Hope agenda and global best practices. He highlighted the significance of funding priority projects such as the Renewed Hope City and Estate Program, the National Housing Program, and the rehabilitation of Federal Secretariat. Tambuwal also disclosed plans to reinstate the Federal Housing Authority in the federal budget to replicate successful projects like Festac Town and Gwarimpa Estate. The Plateau State Government has filed a lawsuit against a member of the House of Representatives, Yusuf Gaddi, representing Pangshin Kanke Kanam Federal Constituency, over his alleged re-award of a road construction project initially commissioned by the state government. filed by the State Attorney General P.A. Daffy at the Plateau State High Court in Fangshin. The suit, marked PLD P5-2025, aims to halt Gaddi's construction of the 33-kilometer Kunji-Shiwa-Dokpai Road, including a spur to Tiplik, which the lawmaker undertook as part of his constituency project. The state government contends that the road contract, originally awarded to Hajjik Nigeria Limited in 2008, remains legally binding, and Gaddi has no constitutional authority to reward or interfere with the project. The government is seeking a court declaration affirming the validity of the initial contract and a perpetual injunction restraining Gaddi and Orion Acres Limited, the construction firm he engaged, from continuing construction. Additionally, the state is demanding 100 million naira in general damages for what it terms unlawful interference with his contractual rights. During the court session, the State Counsel P.A. Daffy requested an interlocutory injunction to halt Gaddi's construction pending the case resolution. However, Gaddi's lawyer Johnson Usman objected, noting that the defendant still had time to respond to the motion. Justice Charles Donglong ruled in the favor of the defendants, granting them additional time to file their responses. The case was adjourned to February 27 for the hearing of both the interlocutory injunction and the substantive suit. The Lagos State Government has commenced the public display and inspection of the draft Ibeju-Lekki Model City 2024 to 2044, a comprehensive 20-year blueprint aimed at guiding infrastructure development, land use, and urban planning in the region. Announced by the Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Dr. Olayinka Olumide, the draft plan is available for public review from February 26 to April 4 during working hours 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 5 locations: Secretariat in Alausa, Ikeja, Ibeju-Lekki Local Government Secretariat, Lekki Local Council Development Area Secretariat, Epe Local Government Secretariat, and Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority in GRA Ikeja. Olumide emphasized the importance of community involvement, encouraging residents and stakeholders to inspect the plan and provide feedback. He stated that public participation aligns with international best practices, ensuring community ownership and smooth implementation of development projects. Following the inspection period, stakeholders' feedback will be integrated into the final version of the Ibeju-Lekki Model City Plan, which will be officially presented on April 11 at the Lekki Local Council Development Area Hall, marking the start of the plan's implementation. Cleveland Police have expressed concerns regarding a proposed housing development that aims to convert the former Old Station Arms pub in South Bank, Middlesbrough, UK into 30 self-contained bed seats. While the plan submitted to Redcar and Cleveland Council highlight measures such as CCTV, secure entry points, and on-site management to address potential issues, Police Officer Steve Craxton emphasized the importance of effective management. The proposed development will utilize an existing access point on Tilbury Road, offering 13 car parking spaces, bicycle storage, and bin facilities. A planning statement described the project as a cost-effective and high-quality solution to the area's shortage of affordable rentals, with assurances that it will not contribute to traffic congestion. Public consultation on the project runs until the end of February, with several HMOs already established nearby to accommodate contractors working on the Tees Works industrial site. The council will consider police feedback and public input before making a final decision.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcast.